Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky.
My alkagizer. I'm so sorry. The first one I grabbed, it's almost empty, and that's no good. Anyway, good morning. How is everyone doing today? I am Jana, and I am feeling lucky. I hope you are too. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Patrick. Yesterday, I kind of went on a rant. I had the gratitude farts. That's what I've been calling it. But people seem to respond to it. In fact, I had one person reach out to me and say, how can you be so happy? How can you be so positive? I want some of that. It's been a process. I'm going to tell you, it has been a process. But one of my biggest hacks that I feel like people don't take advantage of is that all of the answers are within you. And we don't communicate with ourselves. I was on the radio. I have been performing my entire life. I majored in communication in college, and never once has anyone taught me how to listen to me. And in fact, my favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz. And at the end, Glinda says, the answers are, you've always had the answers, my dear. You just had to find them yourself. And it feels to me like we don't take the time to communicate with our souls. Partly because when our soul does try to communicate with us, we think people are going to think we're crazy, or it doesn't tell us always what we want to hear. So there's reasons of why we don't do it, and sometimes it's not acceptable within our own values. So anyway, it's been, if you want to live an inspired life, for me, it has been about awakening my spirit and realizing what lights me up. What lights me up? Now, like I said, it's been a really long process, but I do have some hacks. The way you look, the way you feel affects the way you do. I mean, it's almost like a circle. Have you heard the saying my mom used to always say, you look good, you do good. You do good, you feel good. You feel good, you look good. And she's kind of right, because it's a spiral. Now you can change any part of that equation, and all of a sudden you're changing your vibration. You're changing the frequency you're tuning into. I know that might sound crazy. The language might not resonate with all of you, but just hear me out on this. You change the way you feel by drinking alkagizers. That's what I do every day. I need a straw, because if I take a drink of this, it's going to all come on my face. And then I'm going to have big green diaper poo, but it tastes delicious. It's literally kale. It's literally kale and avocados and maybe a little bit of spinach. We put anything green in here, all of the vegetables that you could possibly think of, and I drink one of these. I probably drink 3 or 4 of these a day, and we just put them in these jars, and we make them usually every 2 days, and they're awesome. They are awesome. Here, I'm going to put a straw in here because I'm really afraid it's going to cover my face. So that is the one trick. Now, when you first drink these, you're going to think, ooh, that's disgusting. But you will feel amazing. You will feel amazing. And once you start feeling amazing, what do? You look better. And when you look better, what do? You do better. It's the circle. You look better, you do better, you feel better. Now, yesterday, I had one person reach out to me and was kind of in a dark place and said, I really want to feel better. I just don't know how. And I am going through life. I'm trying to fulfill my responsibilities, going to work, picking up the kids, taking the laundry. I'm trying to do what is expected of me, but I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Part of that is the way we are communicating with our brains, with our spirits, with our souls. Part of it is the blame, the shame, the guilt, all of those, the doubt, the uncertainty, all of those feelings that we don't know how to process. And so we just carry it around like a bunch of baggage. And so I'm going to give you a hack right now. This is one of my number one tips. And I learned this from the very, very awesome diva, Miss Lisa Nichols. I've had the opportunity to work with the best in the world. And it all starts with talking to yourself. Grab a mirror. And I'm going to give you 3 questions that are going to change your life. And if you do these every single day, you will find answers within yourself that you didn't even know existed. First thing first, you have to look at yourself when you're doing this. Here's why. You trust yourself more than you trust anyone. If you look yourself in the eyes, if you hear your own voice, all of a sudden there's a little connection that makes it real. There's a connection that goes, oh, I better pay attention because Jana's talking to me and I trust her. So if you look in the mirror, I'm on the side that's like all magnified. Whoa, a little too much this morning. But if you look in the mirror, I'll put it right here so it doesn't look like I'm completely looking off at the microwave. So you look in the mirror and you're going to say, here's the first question. Jana, I am so proud of you that you got, and then finish the sentence. So the first one is, Jana, I'm so proud of you that, and you're going to come up with 7 answers. 7 is the magic word. Jana, I'm so proud of you that you got up and put your makeup on. Jana, I am so proud of you that you finished your YouTube video yesterday, even though you were frustrated. You better watch that one. Jana, I am so proud of you that you have never given up. Jana, I am so proud of you that you got up early this morning and went for a gratitude walk with your dog. Do you see how it works? Jana, I'm so proud of you. Now, you don't say Jana. You're going to say your name, and then you're going to say, I'm so proud of you that, and then finish the sentence, but you come up with 7 answers. 7 answers. Then you go on to question number 2. Now write this down because I don't want you to forget it, and I don't have time to be answering all of my DMs. So question number 2 is, Jana, I forgive you that. Okay, I forgive you that. So I forgive you that you were depressed for 2 years. Jana, I forgive you that you held on to stories that weren't true. Jana, I forgive you that you said some unkind words to your mother. So go through it, look at yourself in the mirror. It's very important that you're looking at yourself in the mirror when you say these things. And the second question is going to bring you to tears. It always does. By the time I get to my 7th answer of why I forgive myself, it gets pretty deep. It gets pretty deep. And you realize, oh my gosh, I've been holding on to a lot of resentment and guilt and pain. And that's one way that you can get it out and start processing it. Now, here's the 3rd question. Write this one down. Write it down. First question was, I'm proud of you that. Second one is, I forgive you. It could be, I forgive you for, or I forgive you, however you want to finish the sentence. Let's don't get into semantics. I hope my Mrs. Fief, if you're watching, I apologize about that. And the 3rd question is, Jana, I commit to you. And then you say 7 things that you are committing to yourself. Okay, so again, I'm going to go through the 3 questions. I'm proud of you. And then 7 answers. I forgive you. 7 answers. I commit to you. 7 answers. Now, when you look at yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and you say out loud, you have to say it out loud so that your ears hear your own voice. There's psychology behind this. And if you say, Jana, I commit to you that I am going to write my speech today, there's power in that. There is power in that. And once you start communicating with yourself, you start getting on the same page. You start becoming your own leader. At one point in my life, I said, you know what? I spend the most time with myself, and yet I don't talk to myself. So once I started talking to myself, I realized, oh, you know what? I'm going to start leading myself because I have all these emotions inside, and I'm kind of letting my emotions take control. No, I'm the leader. And yes, we want to hear our emotions. We want to communicate with them. We want to feel them. We want to become intimate with them because our emotions are guides. They're guides to our North Star. They are telling us exactly where we need to go to get to our destiny. They're telling us where God intended us to be, what He naturally designed us as. So we need to listen, and we need to actually talk to them, and we need to know what is it deep in your soul that you're carrying around that's weighting us down. Let's work through this together. And when you do this, you will start feeling better. And like I said, you look good, you do good, you do good, you feel good, you feel good, you do good. You change the way you feel. And many times that just has to do with communicating with you. I hope this helped you guys. Good morning, good morning. Kimberly Joy is here. I saw Amy and I saw Victoria is here. Oh my gosh. And oh, thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly actually wrote the questions in the chat. So therefore, that saves me a ton of time from not having to answer DMs. You got this. You got this. We all deserve to live an inspired life. The problem is we're all just going through the motions on the hamster wheel, and we're just not in love with ourselves. We're not in love with what we've created. Well, guess what? We've created it. We've created it. Our thoughts and our feelings have created the life that we have. So if you don't like it, if there's something about your life that you don't like, you have the ability to change it. Sometimes it's hard work to change it. Get out your mirror, start talking to yourself. That's my tip for today. My under the lining tip is drink an Alka-Geyser. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.